Hello and welcome to another episode of Rico'S Rants. I am Rico. Gentleman next to me is my friend Eric.
Hello.
Hello. So today, nothing but praise for the film that we're going to review, and we've already seen it before. Uh, Deadpool. Deadpool. Woo! Nothing dead about this pool.
No.
Oh man, this film was phenomenal. And let me rephrase that. Like, the film was nothing special, but the fact that it got made was amazing.
Also, it did sort of trail break in the sense of like R-rated comic book films
Yeah.
considerably.
Oh, yeah. I mean, this was probably one of the most faithful adaptations I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Of any comic book.
Yeah, and of any superhero.
We're talking to you, Batman v Superman.
I still haven't seen that. Should I not?
I mean, you should see it, but you should also go in seeing, like, thinking the fact that
It's gonna be a bit shit.
it's going to be a bit shit, and it's also, you're going to, like, be like, wow, Affleck's a fucking genius.
What is that?
Because he actually is an amazing Batman.
I mean, it makes sense.
It does make sense. It seems like me and Kevin Smith were, like, the only ones actually rooting for Batfleck, and everyone was worried about it. Like, everyone's like, no, Batfleck can't do it. And everyone's like walking out like, we were fucking so wrong. Batfleck was amazing.
And everything else was bad.
Yeah. Like, the editing was just really shitty. The dialogue was terrible.
The previews didn't look good.
The second preview where it showed Batman fighting was amazing. I was like, oh, I'm in. I'm totally in. I got like a whole debate about this with my manager at work, and he's a big comic book nut, and he's just like, I'm tired of fucking, like, comic book characters that are whiny. Like, Superman's not supposed to be whiny. He's supposed to be the beacon of hope. And there's no hope in this gloomy Man of Steel sequel. But there is a ray of hope and sunshine in Deadpool. And the reason why is because this film took so long to get made. And it almost didn't get made, and we almost kind of got one from X-Men Origins Wolverine, which I liked. I had, I was like, okay, this is not their best film.
It was aight.
It was okay. I'm a sucker for Wolverine in general, so I could just watch him.
So it did it for you, yeah. It's like me and the Taken movies. I could watch Liam Neeson kick people's asses anywhere. Taken 3. Fantastic.
And they mentioned Taken in this film. Like,
they do mention
Taken
Taken
at one
in
point,
this film.
he says, like, oh, I had a nightmare.
I kidnapped Liam Neeson's daughter.
And just going after
and
me.
he wasn't having it.
And then it's like, you just gotta, like, wonder.
At some point.
They made 3 films, like, you gotta imagine, like, is he just a bad parent? And that's the thing. This film is funny. Really funny. Like,
it's not a bad love story either.
And that's the great thing. Is
it gets you right there.
Oh, it got me all in the chuckle jump right here, and I was just laughing so hard. But you're right, it does have a good message. It's all about, it doesn't matter what's on the outside, it matters what's on the inside. And fuck, Deadpool is fucked on the inside. I mean, he's fucked on the outside, but he's got a sick sense of humor on the inside. But it's cartoony and it charms you. It's like, he's killing people, but it's funny.
It is funny.
So, we gotta talk about the character of Deadpool. So, Deadpool is a mercenary who discovers that he has, like, 3 really lethal forms of cancer: brain, liver, and lungs. Or kidneys? Is it liver or kidneys? He's fucking gonna die.
Stuff's fucked.
And he's with a girl who he's been with for like a year, and they're perfect for each other. They have the same sick sense of humor. They have, like, a whole montage of them boning, which is funny as hell. This is not a film for kids. This is not Disney. This is not even Fox. This is Fox.
Deadpool.
No, this is
It
Fox.
is Fox.
This is Fox, but it's not.
It's not the Fox you're used to.
No, the fuck does the Fox say now? It's like, shit. We got money. How do we? Whew, they made up their money from Fantastic Four. Like, they thought the Fantastic Four reboot was going to make them millions.
Mm-hmm.
No. My last review was the Fantastic Four. That was the bad of Fox movies. Fox comic book movies. This is the best of Fox comic book movies. They owe it all to Ryan Reynolds. They really do. Like, do you Can you think of anything bad?
I'm a pretty negative guy, and no, I cannot.
I am too, but I remember walking out of the theater.
Too much green screen, maybe, if I had to make a complaint. But that was budget issues, and I mean, it almost didn't get made.
Yeah, I mean, I'll take a bunch of green screen. I mean, that's the thing that like the first demo reel of the film being made, like a test footage, was all animated. It was all green screen. It was all CGI, and then like someone leaked it. My money's on the director.
Yeah.
I mean, it could have even been Ryan Reynolds for all we know.
Wasn't that the rumor that Ryan Reynolds leaked it?
Again, it could be either one of them. But the point is it got made.
Yeah, it did get made, and that's important.
It got made, and I mean, the cast is great. I can't even focus on too much of the cast because I don't know half of them.
The young lady is very nice looking.
She's very nice looking.
What's her name?
I don't know. Oh, the character's name is... No. Oh, that young lady? Oh, I thought you were talking about Teenage Negasonic Warhead. Is that her name?
Oh, no. I mean, she's not bad looking.
Negasonic Teenage Warhead. That's what it is. She was great. And even the guy who played the Russian version of Colossus. And were you confused by that? Because in every other X-Men, like, he's not Russian?
No, he's normal.
So X-Men Days of Future Past was a whole time story thing. So they rebooted the timeline. So in this version of that character, he's Russian. I mean, it went well. Just a big Russian, Deadpool, you cannot do this. The killing is bad and blah, blah, blah. I mean, so he gets cancer. We gotta keep going back. He gets cancer. He finds out a treatment of how to cure his cancer and make him a superhero by being part of like a system where they basically torture him into his mutant cells coming to the surface and making him a mutant. So the problem with this, and they reveal later, right before he's getting tortured again, that basically he's not going to become a superhero. They're going to turn him into a slave, like a mutant slave to do,
murdery stuff.
Mercenary murder missions, like, taking out the president type of shit,
Yeah.
So, in his desperate attempt, he escapes, burning himself in the process, and tries to take revenge on the guy who made him super ugly. The mutant effects make him look like, they phrased it so brilliantly as Freddy Krueger face fucked the topographical map of Utah.
Yeah.
Or an avocado had sex with an older, uglier avocado.
Fucking too.
Hate fucking, like, oh. I mean, he literally looks like Freddy Krueger without, like,
claws,
the claw,
and the fedora,
and the sweater. I mean, and he hides his face in a mask, a red suit, and he's got two katanas. He's got two, were those Berettas or those Desert Eagles? 9mm?
They were big.
I think they were Desert Eagles.
Yeah.
So two fucking guns, and he's got superhuman strength, agility, super healing. So the cancer did not go away. The cancer is spreading and disappearing as fast as his regeneration powers can heal it. It's still like he's just in a constant torment of pain, I would imagine. And then, so it's all about tracking down the guy who put him there. And the guy's name is what? Francis. And that was a big thing because the villain's name is actually Ajax. And he's like spending a bunch of time looking for this guy Francis. He's like killing all of his henchmen leading up to Ajax.
Yeah.
And he's like, where the fuck is Francis? Motherfucker, no one knows this dude's name is Francis.
Nope, they just think he's Ajax.
So
he's killing all sorts of motherfuckers.
He's killing all these people.
Reason.
Yeah. Which is funny because it goes with the character because no. Hello. Sorry. We'll get through this. While, Ryan Reynolds' character, Deadpool, is trying to get to Ajax and to get a cure for his ugly mug, It's also about him wanting to kill everyone because he's got a super twisted sense of humor and he likes killing. He's a mercenary. But you gotta imagine, I mean, he's gotta be self aware. It's like, all I have to do is just ask for Ajax and I'll get him. So, a lot of blood, a lot of violence, a lot of nudity, a lot of sex.
All the good stuff.
All the good stuff you need to make
Everything
a nice
you want
comic
in a
book
movie.
film.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is one thing, like, I would tell, like, parents, like, oh yeah, it's a comic book movie, but it is not like Iron Man. It is not Disney. It is not.
It's not even really inspirational in any way.
It kind of is, though.
In a fuck shit up way.
Again, it's all about love. It is a love story with a comic book theme / horror film.
Mm-hmm.
Not that there's anything scary. I would actually argue that like Batman v Superman is scarier for kids than this one was. This is all bright colors.
Super camp. Yeah.
Super camp, super self-aware that what it's doing is poking fun at the superhero genre. They poke fun at Green Lantern. Because, I think that was in the other take, right? We didn't talk about this one.
We talked about it in both of them.
Okay, so yeah, I mean, he's self-aware. He breaks the fourth wall. That's the greatest thing about Deadpool is that he breaks the fourth wall in the comics and in the movie. He's at one point he's like in the middle of a big fight and he like the film pauses and he looks at the camera and says, "Shit, did I leave the burner on?" Like it's just so funny. And that's the thing. I've never laughed so hard at a comic book film. I mean,
no, I mean even more than the first Iron Man movie, which was funny.
Which was very funny. I mean, but there's that different type of charm. There's Iron Man is the type of douche that you would like, kind of want to hang out with at a bar and then never want to speak to again. Like he'll make you laugh and you're like, okay, that kind of
Yeah.
Deadpool is
you
like
want to party with.
Oh, you totally want to party with.
You just want to party all in the words of Eddie Murphy, party all night long.
Iron Man is the type that you want to get drunk with. Deadpool is the type that you want to like experiment on doing crazy drugs with. And then you're going and murdering homeless guys and just kind of like confused, but at the same time it feels like normal for him, which makes you more worried. But at the same time, he's so funny and exciting that you're just like, I guess we'll curb stop this guy.
I don't necessarily know if I'd go on the homeless man killing spree with Deadpool.
But you'd at least watch the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I would watch the movie.
All right, I mean, my analogies are kind of interesting, but I mean that's sort of the humor of that character. Is like you could totally imagine him going up to a homeless guy and curb stomping him and being like, "Where's Francis?" He's like, "I don't know, man. Where? Can I just get $1?" Yeah. One of the cool things that this film does is it is an X-Men film, but it's not X-Men Presents Deadpool, or it's a spin-off, but it's keeping in the X-Men universe. So the X-Mansion is featured.
Their big-ass plane.
Their big-ass X-plane, and I guess it's called an X-Jet. There's no Wolverine. There's no Professor X. There's not even a goddamn
fun
Toad.
of the Professor X switching thing, though.
They do. They make mention of, like, he's like, "Oh, we're going to see Professor X." He's like, "Which one, McAvoy or Stewart?" I'm getting tired of these timelines. Like, it's really funny. But they do feature 2 X-Men characters. Colossus, who I guess in this timeline is a Russian, big Russian, all heart like kind of dude, and then Negasonic Teenage Warhead, who's like a 13-year-old girl, who I mean her powers are sort of unclear. She just basically radiates Negasonic blasts, I guess. Like that she is a teenage Negasonic Warhead.
I think sort of what Fox might have realized with this film, and they clearly had to have realized because it made so much goddamn money, but is that what they should have been doing all along is not making a comic book movie that appeals to all, but a comic book movie that appeals to comic book people.
Absolutely.
And that's really why it was such a hit. I mean, it is clearly a movie for fans, and it's a movie for people who have seen all of the movies and know and get angry at inconsistencies in the films and stuff,
yeah.
and it sort of it allows people to sort of feels like they're being listened to.
It's like a love letter.
Yeah,
it's really like a love letter
to comic book people.
To comic book people, but also there are non-comic book fans who love this film.
I think it's sort of, and I think you might have mentioned this earlier, but I think it sort of probably made a lot of comic book fans too.
Oh yeah, there's a whole new uprising of Deadpool fans that we know never existed, but are existing now, and some of them are fakers. Some of them say, "Oh, I've been a fan of Deadpool my whole life," and you can just tell they're full of shit.
No idea.
And then the other ones are like, "No, I've been a fan of Deadpool my whole life." And there's the other ones that are like, "I'm now a fan of Deadpool. I went and read an issue because of the film. I thought it was fantastic."
Okay. In summation, we have more to say.
I mean, I don't know if we have to touch on anything. The acting was good. Even like someone like who's playing a giant chrome Russian dude, he was good.
He did it well.
He did a great job. I don't know who the fuck did it. I think it was just a voice actor. They had a CGI stuntman.
Yeah.
But who else? There is a bonus scene after the credits. I do have to point that out, and it is one of the most obscure, random bonus credits in a comic book movie. But it's very. If you like 80s films and you like classics of John Hughes, you'll love it. Which was, I would probably argue, was like one of the first bonus scenes in a film. You think of any others like before?
Deadpool?
No, I mean, apart from Deadpool, apart from like comic book movies. Like,
Wait.
bonus credit scenes, like.
I think that's all of them. I thought all of them had bonus scenes.
Well, I'm saying apart from the Marvel films, apart from comic book movies.
Oh.
I'm talking like.
Oh, other than Ferris Bueller.
Ferris Bueller is like what, 84?
84 or 85.
Yeah.
Think. Yeah. Super.
So what was before that had a bonus scene? I can't think of anything. Nothing, right?
Not that I know.
So it had a bonus scene referencing basically the first bonus scene. That is super like in the cuts Deadpool like.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Well, and that's what's cool about Deadpool too, is it's all sorts of cheesy pop culture references, and if you're into that shit like I am, it's fucking ace the whole way through.
There were even some that I didn't get. They went real deep cuts into it. I was just like,
yeah.
Who's that? What the fuck? Okay, so the acting was good. The villain was actually like I would remember him. He's not one of those forgetful villains that you see in all those comic movies.
No, yeah, he plays the villain well.
All right, sorry, my cat's attacking me. Music was well done.
Music was really well done.
And he like is
as a dork, I loved the Wham reference.
And he is singing along to it. Wham! He's singing along to like the soundtrack. It's hysterical, and the directing, we got to give it to Tim Miller, man. Like first time, he did a damn fine job for a first film.
Especially dealing with all sorts of studio bullshit.
But you got to admit, like Fox was like, "All right, have fun."
That's true. They did give him, but they cut the budget, right?
The budget was really low to begin with.
And then wasn't it cut mid filming or something?
I didn't hear that one.
I thought there was like they had to switch everything up because there was budget cuts. Maybe not.
I think that might have been Fantastic Four because there was a lot of great differences.
Oh yeah.
Which again, if you saw my last video, Fantastic Four was not a favorite of mine, but I did recommend it if you want to dissect a film. This film is pure fun goodness. It is. Fantastic Four is homework. This is playtime.
Yeah. So.
Let's rate this motherfucker.
1 to 5 bullets.
Ooh, bullets! I like that.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna make our Deadpool reference. I'm gonna give it 12 bullets. 12 bullets.
Okay, so on a scale of.
I'm gonna give it a clip.
No, isn't that 2 clips? It's got 2 guns.
Yeah, but it's not guns, isn't it? Oh, you're right. That's 2 clips. So, I'm gonna give it 2 clips. Thank you for making that correction. What would you give it? In bullets or in clips?
I mean, the obvious answer is, yeah. I mean, it is a 12 bullet 2 clip movie.
What?
But maybe for the sake of, it was 12. I don't. It was good. I'm sorry.
Wow.
11 maybe.
Oh,
not really though.
Okay, so that's funny. So I got 2 clips. He's got almost 2 clips, which I think you're just trying to be different for the sake of not.
Well, I don't want to
giving it
just be
for
like,
the-
oh, Deadpool's great.
Well, I mean, you're right. It's not like, it's not The Godfather. It's not a classic, but it is a fucking
For
enjoyable.
what it was supposed to be, it was perfect.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
And it didn't try to be anything else either.
No, it did not try to
It
do
was
anything else.
like that was what was I think was good about it. It's a very clear purpose the whole way through.
It stuck
They
to
knowed
itself.
what's they know they knew not knowed knew
That
what
they knew.
they knew they knew what sort of movie they wanted to make, and they
Yeah.
made it, and they didn't they clearly didn't have much supervision, which is something that I think should happen more in film.
Imagine what would actually look like if they had a higher budget.
Oh god, it'd be crazy.
I mean,
The next one. I mean, they have to know that this is where their money's at now.
Fox, if you want to stay successful, don't reboot Fantastic Four.
Leave them alone.
Just make another Deadpool movie and make like every X-Men movie have a scene with Deadpool. Just throw in Deadpool. Like, there's this great thing that like has been looking on the internet where they're basically making like, okay, Deadpool is in an X-Men movie and they're only allowed one F-bomb, and he wants to say it and like he wants to make it perfect. So everyone's like, be like, oh, you mother! It's like, no, not yet. That's supposed to be me. And then he's like, right when he's about to say it, Wolverine says it. Fuck! And he's just like, mother, no, Logan, damn it, stop it, no! Like, oh, I love that. Him eating a chimichanga, just like, mother, no. So,
In summation, for both of us, it is a 5-star, 2-clip, 12-bullet, whatever, however you like.
this is a perfect film if you love this type of film. It is not, I would not recommend this to my grandmother, but I would recommend it to my mother. My mother would probably find it interesting. She would probably find it funny.
My pops would like it.
My dad would not like it.
Ronald would not like it.
My father would not like this film. He's like, I don't like this film.
It's offensive.
He's like, where's Spartacus? It's Kevin Costner in this. I want to see him dance with some wolves.
Oh God!
Dig up Gladiator. I want to watch Little Big Man. Not hating on these films. It's just my father's an old fuddy-duddy who doesn't
He's got
like.
some interesting taste in film.
Yeah, epics. This is an epic film, but not an
Not
epic.
his sort of epic.
No. Okay, so we're gonna end the film. Thank you so much for watching it. Thank you so much for commenting it. I'm saying, please comment the damn thing. Please like it. Please share it. Please subscribe. Let me know if you liked the review. Let me know if you want me to review another film that you get to choose. Let me know if I should bring this idiot back. We had fun. I had fun watching the film. I had fun reviewing it. Thank you, Eric, for joining me.
And good night.
Ciao.